Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be dealing with cholesterol to adrenal cortex hormone synthesis as well as congenital adrenal hyperplasia. The first topic is kind of related with biochemistry, and the second one kind of like 2 to 3 subjects: physiology, a very little bit pathology, and most importantly medicine as well, and a bit can also be related because of ambiguous genitalia to reproduction as well. That is obs and gynae. Now let's get into it. So this is how I remembered it, and I think this will help you remember it as well. There was a video on YouTube that I saw which gave me a little bit of 3 to 1 trick, which I'll teach you now. And if you want to know details about it, definitely check that out in the description box. Now I have combined this with that videos like 3 to 1 mnemonic as well as my understanding on congenital adrenal hyperplasias. So let's proceed. Now we will be dealing with adrenal cortex here. That's where the magic happens. Adrenal gland has 2 parts, as you all know, cortex and medulla. Cortex again has 3 parts because of the kind of cells that are present there. G, F, R is how you remember them. So G is for zona glomerulosa, F is for zona fasciculata, and R is for zona reticularis. So this whole pathway is taking place in glomerulosa. This whole pathway, the middle one, is taking place in zona fasciculata, and this last one is taking in zona reticularis. Now coming to here, glomerulosa part, that's where the magic starts. So we have cholesterol, pregnenolone, progesterone. So these three things you need to remember, hook or crook, because cholesterol is the starting part. Pregnenolone is like congenital adrenal hyperplasia, so something related to pregnancy you can remember. And then we have progesterone, important hormone again, right? So cholesterol, pregnenolone, and progesterone. Just write them down: cholesterol, pregnenolone, progesterone. Then below pregnenolone, what we're going to start is doing a 3 to 1 thing. Pregnenolone 3, progesterone 2, and the next one under that 1. So what do I mean by this? Now let's just check it out. So this is 3, 2, and 1 over here. Okay, so these are the hormones that we are going to deal with right now. Okay, so remember with me: cholesterol, pregnenolone, progesterone. This is important to remember. Also, one important part to remember is GFR, glomerulosa fasciculata reticularis, and more important is what each of them secretes. G doesn't give G, so we remember it as G doesn't give G. And then salt, sugar, and sex hormones: aldosterone, corticosteroid, and testosterone. So let's get going with this part. Okay, this is 3-beta hydroxysteroid hydroxylase, kind of an enzyme here, and this is our 3. Progesterone will be 21 alpha hydroxylase, which is going to be 3 to 1 11 beta hydroxylase. So you write it as, I'll show you here, you write it as pregnenolone, then you make it 3, then 2 and 1, then after 1 alpha and beta. This is just a side note of how you can remember it. Okay, so pregnenolone, progesterone, and 11-deoxycorticosterone. Okay, this you need to remember. After progesterone, there is always a 11-deoxy thing. Here it's going to be 11-deoxycorticosterone, and remember it has weak mineralocorticoid activity. So what does weak mineralocorticoid activity mean? So if there is this definite deficiency of the hormone beneath it, there will be excess of this part, right? Which will also give weak mineralocorticoid activity, which won't be as strong as aldosterone, but it kind of does function of aldosterone as well. So we'll have less symptoms of deficiency of aldosterone. Hope it makes sense. If not, also fine, we'll deal with it towards the end of the video. And then below this 11-deoxy thing, we have 11-beta hydroxylase, which forms corticosterone. Again, this is weak glucocorticoid. You need to remember it. And then it forms aldosterone. Okay, so G to F, when we go, we have an hormone called 17 alpha hydroxylase. Let it be pregnenolone to the next product or progesterone to the next product. The guiding point or the link point between G and F is 17 alpha hydroxylase, and the products are again 17 hydroxypregnenolone, 17 hydroxyprogesterone, simple. And then again here this 3 to 1 start. This is 3, this is 2, this is 1, 21 alpha, 21 beta. So after 17 hydroxypregnol progesterone, we have 11 deoxycortisol, which will lead to formation of glucocorticoids. So here we are also done with 3 to 1. Very good. Now we'll go to the next part. What is the link between F and R? 1720 lyase. 17 hydroxypregnenolone which form DHE. What is DHE? Dehydroepiandrosterone. Okay, it will undergo 3 beta hydrosteroid hormone, and then that will lead to androstenedione. Okay, here we just have 3, we don't have 2 and 1, we don't have, okay, remember we don't have 2 and 1 here. So this is how we remember GFR, cholesterol pregnenolone, 3 to 1, link is 17 alpha hydroxylase, and then here the next link is 1720 lyase. Here again 3 to 1, here just we have 3. So what does androstenedione form? Androstenedione form testosterone, okay, which is an androgen. So reticularis forms sex hormone. Salt, sugar, sex hormones. We can get confused between salt and sugar, so the way to remember is G, glomerulosa, doesn't give rise to glucocorticoids. G is not equal to G, and thus you can remember salt, sugar, and sex hormones. Now testosterone doesn't stop that way as well. What happens is 5-alpha reductase will form dihydroxytestosterone. Okay, why is it important over here? Because if there is a deficiency of 5-alpha reductase, what will happen? Dihydrotestosterone will decrease, and this dihydrotestosterone is responsible for male external genitalia. This dihydrotestosterone is responsible for the male external genitalia, and thus is responsible for the ambiguous genitalia if there is deficiency of 5-alpha reductase. Okay, so where all do we get ambiguous genitalia? We can get it in males, or we can get it in females. In females, in the sense those who have 46XX karyotyping, if there is increased testosterone, there is more male and female, so we have ambiguous genitalia. If there is decreased 5-alpha reductase, there is going to be decreased dihydrotestosterone, decreased male genitalia. So decreased maleness in males will lead to ambiguous genitalia. Kind of a way to remember. Okay, so this kind of completes our deal. So how is this pathway remembering helpful in dealing congenital adrenal hyperplasia? So before we proceed towards that, remember the most common congenital adrenal hyperplasia deficiency is 21 alpha hydroxylase deficiency. Okay, so what they might ask you is, first of all, this most common, then 11 beta, then 17 alpha hydroxylase. Least common is this 3 beta hydroxysteroid. And if at all they still want to ask you something ridiculous, this would be this enzyme here. This is side chain cleavage enzyme. Okay, side chain cleavage enzyme. If it is not there, there is no progesterone at all. So fetal progesterone is not there, and fetus won't survive. So this is like very least likely question they can ask, but for the completion's sake I'm giving it here. If you don't want to remember it, just leave it. Okay, some side chain cleavage enzyme, that's it. Okay, so yeah, what we need to deal with, 17 beta hydrosteroid. So what do we need to deal with now? 3 beta hydrosteroid. If something 3 is deficient, pregnenolone will be excess. There won't be okay, so we'll just hide this. There won't be formation of aldosterone, there just won't be formation of glucocorticoids, there won't be formation of testosterone. So this is complete adrenal hyperplasia with deficiency of testosterone. Deficiency of testosterone will lead to ambiguous genitalia in females. Okay, now let's deal with 21 alpha hydroxylase deficiency, which is the most common one. So I'll just hide it here. Okay, we don't have 21 alpha hydroxylase path in the reticularis, remember that. So These two won't happen, so we won't have aldosterone glucocorticoids, which will lead to adrenal insufficiency. Remember that. And then androstenedione can get converted to testosterone. So since this path is blocked, this path will be overactive, increase testosterone, and again ambiguous genitalia in females. Okay, let's hide the last one. 11 beta hydroxylase. So what will be more? 11 deoxycortisone, 11 deoxycortisol. So since 11 deoxycorticosterone is a weak mineralocorticoid, there will be little aldosterone action. Okay, little, very little. But there will not be glucocorticoid action. There will be again increased testosterone, ambiguous genitalia in females. Okay, well done. Now, if there is 17 alpha hydroxy deficiency, this is also one thing they can ask you in question. Just hide it. So if you hide it, nothing from fasciculata, nothing from reticularius. So there's no glucocorticoid, no testosterone in females, not a big deal. But in males, there will be less DHT, so there will be ambiguous genitalia in males. So this is how you deal with it. Now what we are going to do is we are going to just summarize it, how you're going to write it in exam. Okay, just let's make a small box here. So write as GFR. Okay, just need some support here. Yeah, so GFR. Write cholesterol, pregnenolone, progesterone. Here 3, 2, 1. Above 1 there is always going to be 11 deoxycorticosterone, which is weak mineralocorticoid. Okay, we need to remember it, mineralo. This thing you remember. Then we have corticosterone, which is weak glucocorticoid. Then we have aldosterone. Then this and this will be 17 hydroxylase. Here to here is going to be 1720 lyase. This is 17 hydroxyprogesterone. Again this will have 3, 2, 1. This will have DHEA, androstenedione, testosterone, 5-alpha reductase, dihydroxytestosterone, glucocorticoid. And now whatever is deficient, just draw a cross over there. Anything above will increase. Okay, if this is deficient, anything above will increase. This is cortisol, deoxycortisol. Thing above will increase. Below, above increase, below decrease. Alternate pathway, alter path, increase. Like if there is increase, okay, if there is decrease of this 11 alpha hydroxylase, since 11 alpha hydroxylase is not here, increase androstenedione, increase testosterone, increase DHT. So this you need to remember, above increase, below decrease, alternative pathway increase. Okay, so hope this help. And then in case of ambiguous genitalia in females and males, in terms of karyotyping, obviously this is decreased testosterone, decreased 5-alpha reductase, that is decreased DHT. Okay, so this is kind of like a summary for you guys. Hope this video helped you a lot. Put the thumbs up if you like the video. Consider subscribing this channel for more medical related stuff that you can learn in a simplified manner. Thanks a lot for your time, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.